Now, in the last 2 weeks, Joy News has brought you a number of features, stories on factories that have been out of production for a while now. We brought you the story of the rusting Commander Sugar Factory, the idle Aveime Rice Project, the rotting Pwalugu Tomato Factory, the dormant Ayensu Starch Factory, and the Kumasi Jute Factory. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Over $200 million worth of sugar is imported into the country each year, and yet the Commander Sugar Factory is rusting away. 60% of the fish we eat in Ghana is imported, and yet we have lakes, rivers, lagoons, and the sea. We import fresh tomatoes, ketchup, and canned tomatoes despite our fertile soils and the redundant Pwalugu Tomato Factory. We import $1.2 billion worth of rice annually, imports which could have been significantly reduced if the Aveime Rice Project was up and running. Many of our foodstuffs are bagged in jute sacks from Ivory Coast, whilst the Kumasi Jute Factory wastes away. So I could go on and on and on, but what breaks my heart is that even toothpicks, these simple, it's refusing to come out, but these simple wooden toothpicks, these toothpicks are imported. I touched on just 5 items which cost the country almost $2 billion US. That's $2 billion worth of jobs, resources, and forex shipped out of the country. This does not make sense. I repeat, it doesn't make sense. Now, as much as government says it is seeking to partner private firms to build more factories, could we revive the old ones rusting away so we can ease the pressure on the Ghana city and keep some jobs in the country? I hope you get the picture, Mr. President, because that's why we've been featuring stories about idle factories.
Even now, they're a developed country, but there is a tremendous commitment by the state. Don't listen to this nonsense that the state should give up the direction of the economy. It's nonsensical, and we have so many stupid leaders who think you can develop a country, that somehow you can hand over the development of your country to something called private enterprise, unregulated. Unaachia tu basi. Maneno ya kipumbavu. Nani wameacha? Who has done it? The Japanese have not done it, the British have not done it, the Germans have not done it. They will be meeting in Halifax in June. They'll be meeting in Halifax. What for? To drink tea? What do you think they're going to meet to do in Halifax? The big 7 are going to meet in Halifax to do what? To discuss how to control the economy. It's not a meeting of bankers, it's a meeting of presidents and prime ministers on the economy. And this ignorant people in Africa being deceived, don't leave it to the private sector. Where is the private sector? Where is the private sector in Tanzania to which you are going to leave this development of the country? Where is it? It needs nothing. It needs nothing before you can have it. Is it? So you nurse it. This is what the Asian countries have done. And they go on nursing it. So the Japanese did it. Korea, tough. It's only now they're beginning to open up their market. How do you open up your market to big competitors when you have no power to compete with big competitors? This is ridiculous. I mean, it's like, madam, I'm sorry. You know, in the world of boxing, yeah? In the world of boxing, there are heavyweights, middleweights, flyweights, featherweights, and although the rules are the same, you put them separately, in separate rings. You know, the heavyweights in their own ring, you see? The middleweights in their own ring. You know, you don't put in the same ring a heavyweight and a featherweight. Never! Never! How do you do that? That is murder. It can't be called freedom. But that's what the big seven are telling us to do. That Germany and Burkina Faso should get in the same ring. And that is called globalization, freedom, liberalization. This is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. You protect the weak until they become strong before they can compete. Always. This is the rule. This is the rule everywhere.